I'm going to be showing you how you can replace your disk drive on your PS3 right here. I am using the fat version of the PS3. The PS3 I am using is backwards compatible as well. Now you see when I insert the game should load up or start automatically right here. You see? I inserted the game, and on the PS3 the screen should be showing up the game, but since you don't see the game, you probably need to replace your disk drive on your PS3. You see the game should automatically be showing up right here. You see, the game should show up at the bottom of the PSN store right here. If it doesn't show up, or if it takes a while for it to load, as you see right here, it's taking a while, or if it takes longer than 5 minutes to load, then that means that you need to buy a disk drive and replace it on your PS3. Or your PS3 is probably too old and can't even read games anymore, so that's why it's not working anymore. That's why you need to replace your disk drive on your PS3. I'm going to show you how you can replace your disk drive on your PS3. Now, what you want to do is you want to power off your PS3 right here. Head over to settings on your PS3, and then it says right here, turn off system, turn it off, but remove your game from your PS3 first. If you have a game, make sure you remove the game right here. You see, I've removed the game right here. Make sure you remove your game, or else it's going to be stuck in the disk drive when you replace it. Now it says, do you want to turn off system? Click yes. To turn it off, head over to the setting right here, all the way to the end on the left side where you can't go anymore, and it's going to be saying create new user or user 1. Then it says turn off system, click turn off system and click yes. Then your system is going to be turning off right there. You see your system is turned off. Now you want to head over to your PS3, and you should see that you want to remove the HDMI cable, or you want to remove right here, you want to remove your power cable right here at the back. At the back right here, you want to remove your PS3 cables right here. You see? Right here, remove the HDMI cable and remove the power cable right here. I recommend that you turn off the PS3 from the power switch so nothing happens right here, so you know that there's no charge in the PS3. Now, what you want to do is you want to wait a couple of seconds for it to discharge your PS3. Wait a couple of seconds, and then you can discharge your PS3 by leaving it turned off for a while. Now the tools you want to have is you want to have this Torx bit with the hole inside it. Make sure you have the Torx bit with the hole inside it. Now the other tool you want to have is you want to have this Phillips head screwdriver. Make sure it's the big Phillips head screwdriver right here. And now what you want to do next is you make sure that you have the PS3 disk drive bought, so that you can replace your PS3 disk drive. If you do not buy the PS3 disk drive and you proceed with the process, then that means you cannot use your PS3 until you buy the disk drive. You see, now what you want to do is grab your PS3, and you see when you turn it to the left, you will have this button right here, or you want to have this hidden screw right here. This hidden screw has tape over it right here, so just take it out right here. You see, I already took it out right here. Make sure you use the Torx bit right here. Use your Torx bit, and the screw is going to be looking like this right here. You see, this is the screw that's going to be coming out when you use the Torx bit right here. You see, it fits right here. Just take it out of the screw hole that you took out from the PS3. That's going to be lifting up this plate right here. You see, and it's going to be moving this plate. Now what you want to do, but it is not necessary to do, you can remove the hard drive from the PS3 so that you can remove the disk drive. You do not need it, but it's useful to take out. I'm not going to take it out for this video right here. Now once you removed the screw, you want to remove the plate by sliding it out right here. You see, and then keep this plate safe. Now what you want to do is take out your screws right here. You see, take them out right here. Use your Phillips head screwdriver to take them out. Now what you want to do is when you take out the screw, make sure that you put it in the correct order so that you know where this goes, because the PS3 has different screws that are different right here. You see, I'm going to put it in the correct order they go in. Now take off your screws right here. Take off all the screws that you see. Now you see you're going to have a small screw right here. You're going to be having a small screw on this side right here. You see, Let me take it out, and you're going to be seeing a small screw right here. You see, this is a small screw that you are using right here. You see, make sure you keep this screw separate from all the other ones because it's going to be looking different. So just make sure where the screw goes so that you can put it back right here. You see, this is another screw that is small, so just make sure you keep it safe from the other screws and remember where it goes. Because if you don't remember where it goes, then the screw is not going to be fitting in all the other pieces you put them together. Now, what you want to do is you want to remove the cover for the PS3 right here. You see, I removed the cover for the PS3. I'm going to remove it, and you see, for you, it might be stuck because I already removed it a bunch of times. So you see, you want to grab from the sides. From the sides, make sure you grab from the sides so that you can open the PS3 up right here. You see, it's connected right here. You see, it is connected. So just disconnect it right here. You see, there should be a pin right here. Disconnect it from this ribbon cable slot right here. Now it's removed, and now you do not need this cover right now. Now what you want to worry about is you want to disconnect right here. Right here, you see this ribbon cable right there. You want to remove it right there. Remove this ribbon cable from the PS3 right here. You see, you removed it, and now you can remove this plate right here. You see, it might be stuck for you. Just remove it right here. You see, and then you have this cable, this ribbon cable, this 30-pin ribbon cable. You want to remove it as well. And then you see, you have this piece right here. You see, that is the disk drive from the PS3 right there. This is the disk drive from the PS3 right here. You see, this is what it looks like when it's taken out of the PS3. You see, I'm going to be grabbing the other PS3 disk drive right here. You see, make sure you do not get the new PS3 disk drive confused with the old one, because if you get it confused, then your PS3 is not going to be working anymore. Now what you want to do is you want to move the PS3 because you do not need the PS3 right now. Move it and put it on a safe place where you know it's not going to get damaged. They recommend when you buy the board right here, this board right here, they recommend when you buy it to switch out this little board right here, because when you switch it out or when you put it in the new one, the PS3 is not going to be reading the old board, or the PS3 is not going to be reading the disc. So make sure you switch this board and put it onto this new board, which is the new disc drive right here. I'll show you what you can do to fix it right there. On your old PS3, what you want to do is remove, on the old PS3 disc drive, remove the 30-pin connector, and just remember where it goes, because if you forget where it goes, then you're going to be having a lot of trouble. Remember where all these goes. You can have them in the same order and then it will work fine. Now what you want to do is remove the ribbon cables, or you can keep these ribbon cables on and see if you need to remove them later. Remove this ribbon cable right here, which is at the side. Remove it, and then you can remove the cable right there. You can remove this connector, but you do not need to right here. You see, this connector will go on the new board or the old board right here. You see, now remove your four screws that you have right here. You see, make sure where these screws go, or else you're going to be forgetting. But since you have the new board and the old board, that means that you can just switch them out. You can switch them out and you will know where the screws go, because the board is basically almost the same. Now remove your screws. Now what you want to do is the old board is you want to remove it from the disk drive right here. You see, you just prop it up right here. But what you want to do, since you see that the board is stuck with this lip at the bottom, just remove this lip right here. Or you can just slide up right here. You see, you can just slide up on the board and it's going to be working right here. You see, you see that it's not working? That's because I forgot one more screw right here. You see, I forgot the screw right here. Now that you remove the screws, what you want to do is remove the plate right here. You see, you can move this plate out, which is the disk drive plate right here. Remove it, and then you can move this plate right here. You see, you cannot move it out yet. That's because you have a little pins right here. You have this little pin right here. You see, on the side you have this little pin right there. Make sure you remove it right there. You see, you have this little ribbon cable on the side right here. You need to remove this little ribbon cable for it to work. But first, you need to remove these ribbon cables for this to work right here. You see, remove them all. Now, you see, we removed the board, and what you want to do now is make sure you do the same steps that we did to remove the old PCB board and put it on a new one. Make sure you repeat the whole step that we did to remove it. I'll be back when I am done removing the board right here from the new one, because you need to replace it on the new one. I'll be back when it's done. Now, what you want to do is once you took in the new drive out from the PS3, you want to put it from this new PS3 drive, take the old one and put it onto this new PS3 drive in reverse order how you took it off. And then the new drive that you have, put it onto the old PS3 drive so that you don't need to worry about it anymore. Now, I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to be putting everything back together how it went. Just repeat the steps that you did to put it back together. And I'll be back when I put it back together right here. Now, what you want to do is you no longer need the old PS3 disk drive right here. And you see, we have everything correctly inserted into the PS3 right here. You see, now that everything is put back together how it needs to be, now you need to grab your PS3 right here. Grab your PS3, and then you no longer need to use this right now. Grab your PS3. Right here, I have the PS3, reinsert the ribbon cable and everything back into the PS3 how it needs to go. You see, reset everything back to the PS3 how it needs to go. Plug in the 30-pin connector to the ribbon cable right here where I am pointing at. There, now put everything back together how it needs to go. Now, what I forgot to do is that you need to plug in this cable right here. I forgot to say that you need to plug back in the cable right here. You see, this is the cable that connects right here. If you do not have this cable, then your PS3 will not work or will not connect to the PS3 when you want to insert your game. Connect it to the side right here. You see, on the side there should be a port for this connector to go in through right here. You see, it's right here. Now connect the cable back into this pin right here. Right there. You see, now you want to reinsert everything back into the PS3 how you had it before. Put this cover back into the PS3. You see this port goes into this port right here. You see under the ribbon cable, it should go into that port right there. I don't know if you see it, but it should go into this port right there. Now connect everything back to the port right here. Now, before we continue, you want to test out the drive to see if it works. Plug everything back into the PS3 and it should be working when you turn on your PS3. And if it doesn't work, then that means that something wrong happened. Now, I'm going to be plugging everything back into the PS3. Now, you want to turn on your PS3. And you see the PS3 turned on right there. Now, I'm going to be inserting a game so that we can see if this works with the PS3. And if this works with the PS3, then that means that the game will work and the game will load at an instant right here. Let me insert the game. You see, I inserted the game into the PS3 and now it should be working right here. You see? The game should be working with the PS3. You see, the game plays right here because it's NASCAR 8 right there. You see, the game now works on the PS3. Now, what you want to do is, you see your game worked, and if you want to turn off your PS3, head over to the left, right here, all the way to the left, and then scroll up, and then turn system off. Click OK, and then it's going to be turning off your system right here. It says, do you want to turn off system? Click yes. Then you want to remove all the cables and everything out of your PS3. Remove the power cable and the HDMI. What you want to do is you see that you want to put the case back onto the PS3. Make sure you put the case back into the PS3. Do not insert your case from the bottom. Do not insert your case from the back of the PS3. You see, when you want to insert it, it's not going to work. You see, that's because you do not want to insert it from the back. Make sure you insert it from the bottom of the PS3 or from the front of the PS3. See? And lift the case up on the PS3. And then when you lift it in, the clips are going to be able to fit in the PS3 case. Now, you see right there. Put the case from the front. And the clips, when you put it all the way from the front, are going to clip in to the PS3 case right there. You see? The case clipped in to the PS3 right there. Now, what you want to do is you see that the case fits on the PS3. Make sure you put the case firmly and snap all the clips together with the PS3 case. Now what you want to do is you want to put the screws back into the PS3. Make sure you put all of the screws back into the PS3. Put them in the correct order that you took the PS3 screws out. Make sure you put the screws in the correct order, or else your screws will not fit back into the PS3 when you want to use the screws again. So make sure you put the screws in the correct order that you took them out, or else they will not fit in any of the holes that you put the screws in. So put the screws back in the correct order you took them out. Now, what you want to do is you see, head over to the side of your PS3, and then you want to put this hard drive cover back onto your PS3. You see, make sure you put your hard drive back into your PS3. It's this slot right here. Put the hard drive back into your PS3 right there, and then what you want to do now is you want to put the cover back on. Once you put all the screws back in, make sure you put all the covers back on right here. See? You want to make sure every screw is tightened right here. Make sure every screw that you have is tightened right there. Now that every screw is tightened tight, you want to put the cover back on so that it says PS3 again. You see, this cover goes into this hole right here. I don't know if you see it, but this hole right here, the PS3 goes into this hole right here. You see? It goes into this hole, and then it goes into this adapter right here. That's for the PS3 right here. You see? Put this plate back on. Now when you put the screw into the cover right here, it's going to be locking this cover and it should not open anymore. So make sure you put the screw back into this hole right here. It should go right here. Make sure you put it back into this screw right here. I'm going to put it back in right now. Now you see I put the screw and this cover is not moving right here. You see? You see the cover is not moving anymore. That means that you put the screw in correctly. Now what you want to do, once you put the screw in, you want to put this cover right here. Make sure you put this cover, which is the screw hole cover, back in, and then put the cover for the tape right there. You see? Put the cover right here. You see? Put the cover right here onto the PS3. There is no way that you can mess this up because the cover right here is the same as the hole right here. Right there, you see? Put it back in, and then you want to put the tape back into the cover so it can cover it right here, you see? Put it in right there, and that's how you can put the cover back on to your PS3. Now, what we're going to be doing, the last thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be testing the PS3 to see how it turns on right here. If it turns on and the game plays, that means that we did it correctly. Now I'm going to be connecting the cables again to the PS3 so we can see how it turns on and how it plays games correctly. You see, the light is on right here. If it's not on, you might need to turn on the switch on the back of your PS3 right here. You see? It turns on right here. You see, it's off and on. Make sure your switch is on right there. Now, I'm going to turn on the PS3 by clicking the PS button. You should hear it turn on right here. Now, depending on the PS3 that you are using or your settings, when you insert your game, your PS3 should start up automatically with the game. But for me, it's probably not going to work because I have it different right here. I'm going to be inserting the game into the PS3 right here. And you should see the game load up right here at the bottom when I insert it. I'm going to insert the game, and you should see the game load up right here at the bottom when I insert it. You see, I inserted the game, and now you should see it at the bottom right here. You should see it at the bottom of the PS3. You see the game is NASCAR 8 right there. You see right there, the game got noticed by the PS3. So that means that we did the PS3 disk drive correctly. That's it for this video, guys, and how you can change out the PS3 disk drive for a different one that works. So please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like these ones on how you can fix your PS3. Please like, comment, and subscribe.